Hi everyone, Katie from Integration Learning here. Please remember to like and subscribe to these videos if they help. Do you ever start a task and lose focus quickly into the process? Maybe it's one that you've been planning on completing for a while. Maybe it's an important work or school assignment that you're not thrilled about, but that you know you have to get done. Or maybe you're just exhausted from the accumulation of all the other tasks you've completed this week, but you're forcing yourself to power through anyway, because to you, it has to get done. Whatever the case, you might find yourself easily distracted soon into the task. You allow, even unintentionally, anything that could draw your focus away from it to do so. You might not even notice this happening until a significant amount of time after you began, and by that time you could be on to something else that has nothing to do with completing what you set out to. You feel frustrated with yourself. You call yourself undisciplined, lazy, a failure. You give up. You feel even worse than when you started the stupid thing and the task never gets done. If this sounds familiar, listen closely. There's a gentler way to get tasks done, one that works incrementally and one that allows your brain and your body to take breaks along the way. It's called the Pomodoro Method or the tomato timer technique. I've actually been sharing a version of this technique for decades with my students, but I didn't know it had a name until about a year ago when a friend told me. I'm sharing the name not to endorse or advertise any product, but so that anyone who wants to learn more about this technique can look it up by using the words Pomodoro or tomato timer in a search engine. I'm going to illustrate how a modified version of this approach helps with reading specifically, but know that it is a productivity tool that can be adapted to any style of learning or workflow, from coding to working out to teaching yourself how to sew, lots of things. Do you know how you'll be reading an article for work or school and all of a sudden, maybe 10 or 20 minutes into it, you realize you weren't paying attention at all to the words on the page? You were thinking about your grocery list, the perfect response to that jerk who cut you off in traffic you could have given them, or your big date on Saturday night. You get annoyed with yourself because now you have to read that section all over again. Try not to be unkind to yourself. In reality, the reason you got distracted and were unable to process the information in front of you may very well be because your body and brain are telling you they're tired or are otherwise not ready for this activity. And the more enjoyable or prioritized thoughts are your brain and body's way of telling you this. So here's what you do, especially if you have to get this reading or whatever work done soon. Start by placing yourself in a space that is most conducive for your style of reading. For some, it's a loud public coffee shop filled with talking people and ambient music. For others, it's their home or work office with a humming air conditioner. And still for others, it's their quiet couch or bed. Whatever works best for you is key. There are no wrong answers here. Have creature comforts near you if they help, such as food, pets, or a blanket. Next, take 1 to 5 minutes to focus on your breathing and perform a body scan. I have a video called Vibe Check if you need to get tips on how to do this. Get comfortable and present in your surroundings. Then set a timer. If you're new to this, I would advise setting your first timer for 15 minutes. As you use the Pomodoro method more and more, you can work your way up to their 25-minute standard timer setting. If it's on your phone, make sure you set your phone to both Do Not Disturb and airplane mode to limit distractions. Place the phone face down as far away from yourself in the same room as you can. Then read the text in front of you. Keep reading until the timer goes off. If you notice you lose focus before the timer's gone off, you can either do your best to get back on track, or if that's not possible, stop reading. Then, set the timer for 5 minutes and take a break for 5 minutes. If you can, Try using this break time to move around in some way if you have energy, or rest if you notice you're tired. If either of those aren't possible, just do whatever you feel like during the break. Once the 5-minute break timer goes off, set the timer again. If you think you can do the whole 25 minutes, go for it. If 15 minutes still works better for you initially, that's also fine. But try your best to work your way up to 25 minutes eventually. No pressure or stress. Always prioritize what's best for you. Then set another 5-minute break timer and take the break style that you most need, movement, rest, whatever else. Repeat these Pomodoros of 15 or 25 minutes of work, followed by 5 minutes of break. Do that 2 more times. After the 4th go around, take a 15 to 30 minute break doing anything you like, but always set a timer. Once the larger break is done, repeat the 4 Pomodoro process until you complete your reading. And here's what you should notice happens. You might notice after you get the hang of this method that you actually get more work done, which feels counterintuitive since you've been taking so many breaks. But it's those breaks that maintain brain and body energy by allowing you to get ample rest. You might also have more energy overall since you're taking that time to prioritize that brain and body rest. You might become more productive if this technique works for your learning style. You might feel less stress because you're not harming yourself by trudging through work when you don't have the energy to do so. You might notice that you're less prone to distraction, that you work more deeply, and that you're more motivated to complete what, let's be honest, like reading are for a lot of people less enjoyable tasks. And if this technique doesn't work for you, that's okay. I've got plenty of other videos you can check out to find one that does. Please feel free to subscribe to my channel so you can get regular updates on those videos, new ones and old ones. You can also visit my website at www.integrationeducation.com to access this and other helpful learning resources. I hope this method helps. Try it out and let me know in the comments if it does. But most importantly, and as always, please be kind to yourselves.